Welcome back to another edition of Wango 1952 videos. Have you ever heard the expression, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence? Well, apparently they were not talking about my side of the fence. As you can see, all these bald spots that I have in my yard, those were from my previous videos of the crabgrass wars. The crabgrass wars were terrible, unrelenting, time-consuming, and guess what? The crabgrass won this go-around. I finally gave up. I said, you know what? I'm not going to worry about the crabgrass. So that side of the yard, crabgrass. And guess what? I don't care right now. But what I'm going to do is try to get this ground prepared for reseeding. As you can see, a lot of collateral damage from the crabgrass wars everywhere. And all those bald spots need to be reseeded and get ready to be reseeded so I can get a good decent lawn back here in the backyard. And I'm going to show you the 3 tools that I'm planning on using to do this. The first tool I'm planning on using is the garden weasel. Spinning blades, ninja blades, I like to call them spinning blades. They get into the ground, cut up the grass, and they'll give you somewhat of a break in the ground and soil where you can reseed. I'm just going to leave this here for now. The other option I have is the using of the Harbor Freight hand aerator, hand-operated aerator. I did have to modify it a little bit with a piece of plywood on the top frame and a 10-pound weight because the device was so light it would not penetrate the ground whether the ground was wet or soft, but it works like a charm now. And last but not least, my favorite, man killer here. This thing weighs a ton, but each time you pick it up and put it down, you're putting in over 200 holes in this blocked area here. 200 holes into the ground for you to reseed, for the seed to go into. And I came up with this idea after looking at aerator shoes. I said, well, why can't I make it in a bigger pattern? And this is what I came with. Medieval as hell, heavy as hell, but it gets the job done. And I'm going to show you the effects of using each one. Here's the garden weasel. And the effects from this were basically back and forth motions until the ground gets broke up. They'll give you some holes, but if the ground is very hard, it's kind of hard to do because you're going to have to apply all the weight and pressure on this yourself. Then, of course, the other option was the hand aerator from Harbor Freight, which is just a matter of grabbing it, getting it started, and rolling it back and forth. Rolling it back and forth. And as you can see, it does a good job aerating the ground. It breaks up the ground. The holes are not particularly lined up, but you roll it back and forth over each other in any kind of weird pattern that you want. And then last but not least is the medieval aerator from hell, the Wango creation. This thing, like I said, will put down, each time you pick it up and put it down, to give you at least 200 holes, or if not more, in the square pattern. I think it's 18 inches around, but this will give you an idea of what the holes look like. Each time you pick it up, put it down, 200 holes. It's heavy, it's time consuming, it's a serious workout if you into working out. But those are the effects. You got the aerator from hell. You got the hand aerator from Harbor Freight. And then you got the garden weasel. Those are the three choices you can use to reseed. Of course, you don't want to come in and throw grass on the ground itself and think it's going to take, because the grass seeds really need to be in the ground to the point to where they will absorb some moisture, germinate, and possibly sprout and give you some grass. This is just 3 of the options. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use, but I got a lot of work ahead of me. When I get this done and I got the grass growing back, I'll go ahead and do another video, and I'll let you know which tool it was that I used. I think it's going to be between the hand aerator and the medieval aerator from hell. But anyway, this is Wango1952 getting ready to sign off. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not a grass expert. I'm learning as I go, but I know what works for me, and this might do the trick this go around. All right, talk to you later. Peace.